City Hall disowns 3.9 billion shillings Jamia Mosque roundabout deal. Now, before I read the story, do you get what this story is all about? Jamia Mosque roundabout deal.
Wanasema Jamia wana own Globe.
City Hall has disowned a deal where Jamia Mosque is seeking 3.9 billion shillings for ceding land that was used to build a matatu terminus at Nairobi's Globe Cinema roundabout. The Nairobi County government has told the Environment and Lands Court that it did not request the National Land Commission to forcibly acquire the 5.14-acre land. The commission reckons that it will seek the billions from City Hall for onward transfer to the trustees of Jamia Mosque, who've sued the government for the payout. Patrick Mbogo, who's the County Executive Committee member for Urban Planning, says the Nairobi County has never budgeted for the acquisition of the mosque's land. Nor has it provided for it in the County Integrated Development Plan, CIDP. He says the registered trustees of Jamia Mosque, who filed the case, instituted it in bad faith and is fashioned to force it to acquire the property.
Fashioned to force it to acquire the property.
What is intriguing here is, you know where we are talking about the bus stop, the bus terminus, right? At the Globe Cinema roundabout. The Globe Cinema roundabout. This is road coming from town going towards Ngara. It is called Muranga Road, right? It meets with Slip Road. It meets with Kirinyaga Road on this side. It meets with Kijabe Street on the other side. There is Kipande Road that goes up. There is Muranga Road going towards Ngara. That roundabout is private property.
Yeah.
How?
We need to start there. How?
Explain it to me like I'm a 3-year-old. How?
I don't have the explanation. What I do have is even more shocking things. The land where the Supreme Court sits,
It's private property.
it's privately owned. I promise you. The bus terminus, not OTC. Here kwenda like Kambani nini. Also not owned by the Nairobi City Council as you'd expect. Right. There's a whole, and I look for that so that we can have like a thread after the break. But there was an article that just was like the places that you think are owned by the government but are actually not. And someone just did a nice article on it. And yes, Globe, I actually didn't know that Globe was technically owned by trustees of Jamia Mosque.
Yeah.
I did not know that. But
unless you're talking about
but you're not
a
surprised
section,
because it's a thread. It's something that
Right.
is.
unless you're talking about a section away from, how does a roundabout belong to, how? Because unless we're, where, so you've used that road. Where are the matatus are usually on the roundabout, right?
Yeah, in the roundness of the
bout. In
bout.
the roundabout of the bout.
Yes.
And there's a bridge passing. And then there's the overpass above it. The National Land Commission says the land is still the property of the mosque.
Oh, okay. Still the property of the mosque.
I would love to, even if we ever do the thread, is to kind of unpack the implications of this, right?
Legal.
The tussles, right? Because if it's privately owned, it comes back to affect everyone in some way someday. I'd really want to understand the implications. Latiff is still trying to process.
Still wondering, I mean, how is that?
How was that okayed?
Yes. We've always been talking about Globe being the largest roundabout in East Africa, blah, 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 blah. Kumbe will be passing through that. It's large because it's somebody's land.
Somebody's.
Ay, hapana.
Miss me with that. Huh?
Ay, hapana.